Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we're going to be taking on the Western Plague Lands once again. But before we head out, we've got some quests to pick up here in Undercity, as well as one to turn in. It's about that time that we do some cooking as well. Took care of a few monster omelets in between episodes, but our bags are full of giant eggs, and I would like to get those all cooked up. I believe we should hit 300 cooking in the process, which will feel really nice.
What is it?
So let's see what we got here. We've got Speak with Shadow Master Vivian and Legrave and Kargath. Interesting.
Embrace the shadow.
Seems like a BRD quest. Let us try Chemist Fuely next.
Hello.
Slime samples from Fellwood. I think I would like to go back to Fellwood next.
Beware.
So let's take this for now. And a batch of ooze. We got slimes from Ungoro.
Watch
We're
your
going back there as well. There's still plenty to do in that zone. I think this quest from Sylvanas takes us to the Eastern Plaguelands, if I'm not mistaken, which would make sense at level 56. So maybe we'll leave that one alone for now. I was expecting to get a little bit more from Western Plaguelands here, but I guess there's not much left. So let's go turn in that other quest. We'll pick up the follow-up. And then let's cook up these giant eggs. Hello there, Jeremiah. Didn't realize the cockroach vendor actually had a quest.
beware the living. Our time will
Return to Janice Fellstone in Western Plaguelands with her good luck charm. Alright. This is not the cooking station. Let's head across to the other side. Got 28 monster omelets to cook. It should last us for a little while. We'll have a couple of stacks worth. Don't know if that'll take us all the way to 60, but it should be a while before we have to cook anything again. Let's hope these 20 actually give us our last 5 points, though. So far, we're not having it too much luck. There's probably another recipe out there that we can easily pick up. Maybe there's even something off the auction house. It is, with 4 monster omelets to spare. Level 300 cooking. Awesome. Yeah, we've only got 7 points left until we max out our first aid as well. Which is awesome. We'll have to find the time to do some fishing at some point. I want to figure out what would be the most profitable spots to level that up. Not necessarily going for speed. And with that being said, we're going to head out. We'll head back to the Bulwark. Got a quest to turn in there and maybe some other ones that we can pick up. And yeah, most of the quests in Western Plaguelands are kind of scattered across the map. You kind of just have to pick them up yourself. Luckily, CodexLite, our quest add-on, will help us locate them. Leaving the ruins of Lordaeron, let us get over to the Western Plaguelands. Right, we are back at the Bulwark. Let's get these quests picked up, and we'll get started again.
What do you require?
Got a Scholomance quest. I'm assuming this is inside the dungeon. We'll just leave that alone.
What will you require?
We've got these Scourge Cauldrons here.
Victory for Sylvanas.
One of the more well-known quest lines. One of the staples of Western Plaguelands.
Our time.
We'll take on our first cauldron, which is going to be at Fellstone Field. I think that's where we have to go anyway. So that's good, good timing. And then we could pick up the watchtowers again. But I think I'll leave it alone for now. That one's going to be pretty tough. Not to say that we couldn't do it at some point, but it's going to be high effort, I think. Why don't we try to speak with Chromie first in Anderhall before we head over to Fellstone Field. The city now. Luckily, she's located inside the tavern on the edge of town. It's pretty easy to access without running into too much undead. And I think we've actually got some undead here on the bottom floor. I think if you pull undead into this building, they'll automatically run if you get upstairs in time. Okay, I'm completely wrong. So much for that theory. Quite the number of undead up here. In very close quarters. Hard to deal with them when there's not a lot of room to shoot. searing ghouls really hurt a lot. Yeah, those fire spells are nasty. Chromie? I always forget that Chromie's in the vanilla version of the game. I feel like she's kind of like, apart from these quest lines here, I feel like she's remained fairly under the radar throughout most of World of Warcraft's history. Slay 15 temporal parasites. Okay. Place these near the silos. I suppose we can give it a shot. You know what? Maybe I'm starting to think we should have picked up that Watchtower quest. Because I just assumed all the undead in Anderhall were elite enemies. But I suppose it's not all. Maybe it's just like in the middle of town where the, you know, where that lich is. Maybe we'll come back to it. Let's go to Fellstone Field first. We'll deal with that stuff, and then I think, you know, once we return to the Bulwark to turn in any quests that we may have for it, then maybe we can pick up the Watchtower quest from there. We'll take the time to clear out the area a little bit. It does look like we're still getting Argent Dawn reputation, which I'm a little surprised about. I just assumed that you couldn't actually get it without the trinket in your inventory. So we do have it, and I'm just not remembering. I thought we put it in the bank, though. Yeah, I don't see it, so that's definitely interesting. Not really sure what the trinket is used for. Maybe you need to equip it in order to talk to certain people or something. Or start certain quests, maybe. The key, we just gotta get close to the cauldron now. Felt like I was standing right on top of it. Maybe I have to be on the other side, though. I do seem to recall that you really have to kind of clear out everything around the cauldron to have enough space to to get to where you need to be. Well, that's fine. I will definitely take the extra kills and the extra rune cloth. Hopefully we'll get some more. First cauldron has been sorted out, and yeah, we're getting pointed back to the bulwark, which is perfect. Now we gotta get back to Janus Fellstone. I think is gonna be in the bigger building in front of us. That's right, we're going to be ripping through those bandages really fast. find Janice. Let's give her the charm. We'll see if she has anything else for us. Locate the other half of the charm. Somewhere on the Fellstone farm. I imagine in the building next door, probably. And we get a necklace that has 13 shadow resistance. Don't think shadow resistance is really much of a thing in vanilla. Or really anything other than like maybe fire and nature resistance. Okay, so like one of the ghouls is holding on to it, and specifically the ghouls it looks like. Oh, the jabbering ghoul. Okay. It might actually be literally just this specific one. Let's kill him quickly so that we can try to avoid the respawns going back into the house. Another superior mana potion. These things I'm definitely going to continue to auction them off. I'm assuming they're so expensive because it's probably just enough mana for a lot of different classes that it would still work at 60. I can't imagine what the like highest level mana potion would cost. Very nice. So that is done and out of the way. What else do we want to do today? I guess we'll go back to the bulwark. We'll pick up the Watchtower quest over there, and we'll grab our next cauldron quest. Let's see. Let's head back this way. We'll get back to the main road. Hope you guys have been enjoying the later zones so far. Still got plenty more to go. But it feels good knowing that we're definitely going to be able to end on some questing rather than just some mindless grinding.
What would you ask of death?
I got a fortitude buff as well. It's pretty cool. 43. That's quite a lot of health. I kind of wish you gave it to our pet though. Would have been nice. Can I flip this recipe for wicked leather gauntlets? Costs 1 gold. Says it sells for 4. I don't know if it's true or not, but I feel like it's worth the try, the investment.
What would you ask of death? Beware.
All right. Yeah, maybe this quest is labeled as elite because the watchtowers themselves have like elites in them or something, but I don't think you actually have to go inside to get these done, if I'm not mistaken. So, Fellstone Field Cauldron is a daily. It's an interesting marker on the map. I didn't realize that they were repeatable. In any case, let's head off the main road again. And let's work on the watchtowers as we make our way to the eastern side of Anderhall. See if we can find a good entry point. It might not be... Going through straight through the entrance might not be the best idea. Let's scout it out and let's see if we have a clear entrance point. Kind of answers my question. We have another player here though. Looks like they've already started clearing some stuff out. And like I said, we're probably going to see some... I think I mentioned in the previous episode, we're going to be seeing a lot of level 60s in these zones. And this is no longer just a leveling zone. We are now in endgame territory. Which should work to our advantage. In some cases. Yeah, Skeletal Warlord Elite inside the tower. But... I don't know if I need to go all the way over there. Right here? Maybe right here? Yeah, okay, now he got us. Unfortunately, he doesn't have to hit us for us to break the on-use effect of the torch. I think we'll be okay. We can handle one elite at a time, I think. I say that now, but it feels like we might have to pop all of our cooldowns in order to get it to happen. Oh no, I used the wrong effect. I think we might be dead here. One 27 HP left. Wow. I completely screwed that up. The Slumber Sand did not work. And then I accidentally pressed Restorative Potion, which kind of sucks. It has the same, the Restorative Potion has like the same artwork as what is it called? The really sticky glue, which we don't have anymore. I thought we did for some reason. That's going to be tough. I think we would have been fine if I started using Mend Pet earlier. But yeah, you really need all your cooldowns for that. Still, I think it's doable as long as we only pull one. And honestly, we might just be better off like sending our pet in. Although that might trigger combat for us, so it might not matter. I was gonna say maybe we can throw our pet inside and try to use the torch, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's try that again. still might not be able to do this. Yeah, wow. Still can't do it. Alright, yeah, I mean, I thought we'd be able to take on a 57 elite, at least as a hunter, but we're just getting hit way too hard. He does have a decent amount of health, too. Alright, well, I certainly don't want to slam my head against that over and over again. Make a few more bandages before we continue. And yeah, gonna have to find somewhere else to go, I guess. Maybe we can try the graveyard to the south. Pick up that quest from Pamela or whoever it is. Approaching the graveyard now. Sorrow Hill. Let's see if we can locate little Pamela. This area is definitely, yeah, I was going to say, this is a hot spot for AoE mage farming. For experience in particular. And this is a leveler too, not a person farming for gold or anything. Pamela Redpath. Hello there. Okay. Yeah, that's over in Eastern Plaguelands, though. So I guess we're not ready for that one. We also have the wildlife suffers too. Okay, so this is the one. This quest is actually when I found out that certain enemies can share spawning locations with each other. This is what made me find that out, actually. So I think this quest has you kill bears, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason this quest can be so hard to complete sometimes, despite the simplicity of the quest itself, is that the bears spawn share a spawning location with the spiders in the area, and you don't need the spiders for a quest, like at all, I think. Which makes things really difficult, because what ends up happening is you see a whole bunch of spiders and not a whole lot of bears. And you have to kill those spiders, even though you don't need them for a quest, you still need to kill them in order for more bears to appear. But, you know, obviously nobody else is willing to do that most of the time. So you end up killing a bunch of spiders, and then some bears spawn, and then the people who need the bears swoop in and take take those kills. And this is all compounded by, again, the fact that there are level 60s, also in this zone. So there's always a lot of people here, fighting over the same stuff. But we'll see how it goes. We're pretty deep into the anniversary rounds at this point. And things could have settled down quite a bit. So it could work out. Something just occurred to me as some of these rotting ghouls are putting diseases on Ripper right now. 4 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, these are... this is the kind of stuff that if we got hit with those, we would use our restorative potions on them that we got from that one quest a while back. But we are talented into improved men pet. So as far as Ripper is concerned, we might actually be able to get away with just healing him with that spell. It might actually work out for us. And of course, somebody else body pulled these enemies for us, which is lovely. Go to the other house. Okay. Yeah, so we're probably going to spend some extra mana here. In between pulls on Men Pet, just so we can try to get those diseases off. Man, the plague lands are rough. These pulls are definitely the toughest I think we've ever dealt with, for sure. I don't think it's even close. But we are fighting stuff that's at our level, I guess. But I'm looking forward to a more relaxing pace when we head back to Fellwood. Should definitely feel good after what we've been through the past couple episodes. Destroy 8 diseased wolves. That's what it is. It's not bears, it's wolves. Okay. Yeah, actually the bears would be pretty easy because not too many people kill the bears. I think the wolves are just to the north of where we are now. And they're kind of just, scattered about the map. we can start working on that once we head over to the Dawson farmstead. So you can even see on our map here, we've got this green dot indicating that there should be a diseased wolf here, but as you can see, we've got 2 spiders instead. You can actually see a wolf in the distance though. But yeah, if we were to kill these 2 spiders, you know, like 5 minutes from now or whatever the respawn time is, you know, statistically, one of them will become a wolf once it respawns. Could get lucky and both of them become wolves, or vice versa. But yeah, it's so strange, the little things in Classic. And you only have to kill 8 wolves, but let me tell you, when you know, this zone is a little bit more current, like as far as whatever the cycle goes. You know, when we were playing Season of Discovery, and everybody was like at, you know, the start of Phase 4, everybody was leveling from 50 to 60. Finding 8 wolves was like impossible, or at least it certainly felt like it. Well, we should be right outside Dawson's Tiers now, so... So we'll go inside, we'll work on our next cauldron, and there appears to be another quest we can pick up for Mrs. Dawson's diary. Got another player here as well. Could help in clearing out the area. I guess we'll try to go for the diary first since we're already behind the house. Interesting. Oddly enough, I can click on this outhouse, which requires Dawson outhouse key. Alright, it doesn't say it starts a quest or anything, but if we happen to stumble upon that key, definitely check it out. Looks like we have to go into the barn for this quest. Not the house, which is good because the Scarlet Crusade is now currently occupied by somebody else. Dealing with them might have been a problem. These spheres are gonna kill me though. I'm getting so sick of them. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a disaster. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, this might be a situation where we have to like send in Ripper, grab the quest, and just get out and sacrifice him. We've got somebody coming in who might be able to help, maybe. Unfortunately, I fear that we may have to clear out all of that again. Or most of it. This has got to be a record, I think, for Ripper deaths. I think the poor guy died like 4 times already. And I think if we're going to want that quest, he's going to have to die another time. Alright, I suppose we can leave this alone for now, though. Running out of time anyway, so I'm gonna cut it short for it today, I think. Definitely a decent amount of progress. We at least got to... I'm gonna hearth, actually. We got to test out some things. We got to see how we stacked against some of the undead, especially with the ones that cause or that apply the longer diseases, and how that would play out. And we've learned a lot about Andrahal in particular with the watchtowers. And I think we can handle these quests. It's just going to take a lot more time. So I think we'll take a break. It's weird because like the first couple of quests you can do in the Western Plaguelands are like around level 51, 52, but in reality, it's kind of a 56 to 58 kind of zone. I think is a much better fit for it. But in the next one, I think we'll head over to Felwood. Felwood should prove to be a little bit easier, although... yeah, we've got a quest for level 52, 54. It's honestly not that much different, surprisingly. But maybe we'll do the same thing. Maybe we'll just give it a shot, and we'll see where we stand with the enemies within Felwood. Alright, as always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more. I hope to see you over in Felwood. Take care.